Hey everyone, today's story will be touching as it will involve a pet that was sent to an animal shelter and his backstory. Sit back, relax, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories uploaded every week. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated about the upcoming inspirational videos. Let's begin! So the story is set in 2008 when a man named Ricky wanted to adopt a dog from the shelter. He was new in town and he lived alone, so he checked to see where he could find a pet to ease his loneliness. That's when he found the Labrador that captured his heart. The dog had black fur and had eyes that communicated the need to come back home. The people at the shelter assisted with the dog's adoption and told Ricky that the lab's name was Ray. Soon enough, Ray would find himself in a warm new residence with a new master who's more than excited to bond with him. The shelter also gave away the toys and other things that belonged to Ray, as well as the letter from Ray's previous owner. The dog and his master were ready to face their new life at home. The people who worked at the shelter have told Ricky that Ray is a trained dog and that he could follow commands. However, it didn't seem to be the case when Ricky took Ray home. He understood that this was just his new dog adjusting to his new home. He patiently waited for a few days until the dog had fully adjusted, but to no avail. The dog wouldn't even respond to hearing his own name. It was such a downer to see the dog not happy with his new home, so he thought of returning him to the shelter. But before he could call the shelter, he remembered the letter from Ray's previous owner and read the heartfelt message. It said, "Whoever you are, Ray's new master, this letter is for you. I cannot say that I am happy that you are reading this letter, which I'm going to send to the shelter. Actually, I'm sad to write all this. It'll be the last time I'll be in the car with my Labrador. Now I have to leave him at the shelter. He felt that something was wrong and it was our last time together. I used to pack his toys and his bed when we went to travel together before, but this time it was clear that he understood that something was wrong. I had to leave him there. Now let me tell you something that will help you get along with him. Firstly, he loves tennis balls. He always had a lot of toys. Sometimes he would look like a squirrel when he tries to hold 2 balls in his mouth at the same time, but he has never managed to keep 3, although he tries hard every time. It does not matter where you throw the ball, he rushes to look for it, so be careful. Once I made such a mistake that almost cost him his life. Secondly, as they probably told you in the shelter, Ray is trained and follows such commands as sit, stand, come in. So me and the others taught him and gave him delicious sandwiches after he had done the task. Pieces of fried fish stimulate him especially well. He simply adores them, so you can try that." Ricky flipped to see the back of the letter and found additional notes from the owner. It said, "I need to tell you some important things. This will help you get along with him. His real name is not Ray. I do not know why I called him the wrong name in the shelter. I just could not make myself say the real name. I wanted to make at least something personal between us. I wanted his real name to exist only for me to say his real name in the shelter. It will mean that for me. I left him forever and that was our last meeting. I wanted to believe that everything would change, that I would come back for him and everything would be as before. In fact, Ray is a very nice and smart dog and I have no doubts he will respond to his new name. But if you are reading this letter now, something may have gone wrong. I think you should know his name. This will help you if any problems with him. His name is Tank, as I am a tank driver. If you are from this area, you may have heard my name from the news. I warned the shelter that they should not give the dog away before they receive news about me from my commander. My parents are already dead. I never had sisters and brothers. The only thing I asked before I agreed to be sent to Iraq was a message to the shelter if something would happen to me. Fortunately, my commander agreed to do it personally. If you are reading this letter, then he kept his word. Well, this letter is becoming really depressing, although I'm writing about my dog. To be honest, I do not see much difference if I had been writing about my wife, children, or other relatives. Tank was my real family, just like the army. I hope that now he will become a member of your family and he will love you just as he loved me. That is all. I will leave this letter at the shelter. I have to go tonight. I will not be able to say goodbye to Tank again. The first time I did, I could not stop crying. I wanted to believe that even if I die, everything will be fine with my dog, and I can find out how my dog is doing, whether he was finally able to keep 3 tennis balls in his mouth. Keep him safe, love him. I say goodbye to you, Paul Mallory." Ricky has heard of the man. He recently died in Iraq and received a Silver Star posthumously for sacrificing his life to save 3 people. For the first time in a long time, Tank heard his name and he felt alive again. He finally started to bond with Ricky and showed him the tricks he could do. He ran to the other room to get the tennis balls, showing his new master how he's been trying to fit 3 in his mouth like a squirrel since his old master Paul was very amused by it. This was life-changing to Ricky. What he has as a new pet was someone special with a backstory that's just as special. Dogs find it hard to bond with a new master, but with Ricky's patience, it became rewarding for both him and Tank. Did you enjoy today's inspiring story? Don't forget to leave your thoughts down below. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and don't forget to click the bell icon to stay updated with our upcoming inspirational videos. See you next time!